Labels are for kind of kids, I feel like sometimes. The reason why I say kids sometimes is because the label makes you happy and when you're young because they give you so much free shit. You live off so much free shit.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean. All right, what's going on? Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. You know how I do. I appreciate this, the support. Elevation Nation Tribe. Like-minded individuals taking from others and adding to yourself so you can grow and elevate in your life and keep building and growing. But saw an interview with Bobby SHMURDA, the rap artist, and he was talking about the music industry in general and hip-hop specifically. And it made me think about the hip-hop industry and some of the problems of it and some of the problems with it. I was a hip-hop artist, and so just want to check it out, then I'll come back and give you my commentary on it, let you know what I think.
Labels are for kind of kids, I feel like sometimes. The reason why I say kids sometimes is because the label makes you happy and when you're young because they give you so much free shit. You live off so much free shit. And then when you grow older, you like, all right, I want to own this now. I want to own this now. I want to have residual income. I want to, you feel me?
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes the problem when they get a little older. So they try to say, oh, you old now. Or this, you're not old, you got smarter. But sometimes it be too late for certain people when they in there already. Some people be too deep in. Some people don't know how to get out. Some people can be like, well, I got to do what? I got to break down and get back up. Like, I got to break this bitch down and build it back up. So it's like a lot of people not used to that type of shit. But this is that type of business. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're young, they going to give you that check. And then it's like motherfuckers be living free. Like, but when you old, you like, motherfucker, I don't want nothing for free. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want residual. I want income. I want equity. And that's where the problem becomes. And then as they get older and they're not older, they're just smarter. When they get smarter, the label going to try to boot them out, put the young ones in. Nah, you feel me?
He was talking more so on the pay scale with the music industry and things like that. And I can understand that. I was in the music industry for a while. I made a little bit of money in the music industry. I met some people, did some things. And I did see it from a different perspective when I was in the industry. And it made me think of, now that I'm older, like I really don't listen to hip hop like that too much. I might catch some every now and then or here and there, you know, if I happen to be listening to the radio or if I see a video online. But I've kind of moved away from it because I've gotten older and it just seems like the music is getting younger and younger or is trying to stay within a certain age range. And you don't see the other genres of music like that. You don't see R&B where it's just predominantly dominated by youngsters and young kids, or you don't see rock and roll, or you don't see R&B or country and things like that. And hip hop is one of the easiest genres of music there is to get into. Hip hop is very easy to get into. For the most part, you just need to be able to rap on top of some beats or have some turntables or a little production, little beat maker on your computer nowadays, and you can make a beat and you can basically rap over the beat. You can talk in rhythm. Most people can do that if they really try, and it's not a hard skill to do, or you have to, you know, practice and study for years and years to do it. So that makes it easier, and it's quicker. You can do it very quick. You can do it quick with little to no equipment. You can record it in your bathroom, and you good, and you done, and you can have a hit record like that. And that makes it cheaper to get into, and it's also easier to mass produce, and you can make loads of money with it. But the other genres of music is not that easy to get into, and it takes some talent and more so skill. Like if you play an instrument, You're going to be playing an instrument for years until you get to the point where you're proficient at it and you're good at it and you can make music and you can do it like it's second nature. Playing the drums, that's not easy. Learning to play the keyboard, guitars and things like that, that takes time. And most people, if you do start those things when you're young, you really don't get great or get good at them until you start to get older, in your years. So now that you're older, now you understand your music, you understand your instrument, but now you're older, so you're writing songs and you're writing music from an older perspective. So you're not talking about the same things you were talking about when you were 16, 15, 17. And that's what's happening in the rap music industry. You got a lot of youngsters getting into it and they're rapping and they're speaking from a young person's perspective. So now what's happening is it's making the older artists that have been in it for a while, they're still thinking they have to rap and talk about things on a younger perspective instead of rapping and talking about adult topics, adult issues. So now they're buying into the youngsters and they're 30, 40, 50 trying to rap and sound like a 20-year-old. And it throws it off balance. It makes the music just very like a monolith. It kind of all sounds the same topics, same ideas, and there's no growth in it. But in other genres like R&B, country, rock, it takes time to make those records, and you can't make those in the house for the most part. So you have to have money, you have to be invested, you have to have some learned skills, and really put time into it to make those type of records and to make music like that. So you're really not getting that deep into it till you start get a little later in your years. You're not going to be 13, 14, 15, 16 being able to play a guitar proficient like that and have a band and have drums and keyboards and have the money to go into a studio and really get it recorded, because you can record you have to record records like that in a totally different setting than you can with rap music. When you're recording a rock band or R&B, you got to have miking for the drums, you got to have miking for the vocalist, you got to have miking for the guitar, and you got to record all this. Then you got to put it all and mix it down into a track and then put it all together and separate it out and EQ it all. With hip hop, you can make the beat on your computer. You can mix it down on your computer, you can play the beat, get the mic, put some headphones on and rap and talk. Very low cost, very, very quick. You can do it very fast. So there's a difference in the skill level in making hip hop as opposed to other genres of music. And that's one of the things that's keeping hip hop stagnant, keeping it young, keeping it not as fresh as it could be and not as innovating, because there's no growth in it. Youngsters are coming in, doing it earlier and quicker and easier, and it's not cause for any taking any time to really perfect your craft and learn your craft and learn your skill and having different topics to talk and write about. Because you're writing and you're rapping from a youngster's perspective. You really haven't experienced much, but a limited amount of circumstances and a limited amount of things, and you're writing from a younger perspective. It makes me think about Andre 3000 when he was talking about. He had an interview and he said, "Yeah, I'd love to make another rap album, but I don't have nothing to talk about." He said, "What am I going to talk about?" And I think he was wrong with that when he was saying he doesn't have anything to talk about. He said, "What am I going to talk about? Going to get my prostate checked or something like that?" And he was making a joke about it. But what he could, you could make records from an adult perspective. You could talk about relationships or other topics. You got to expand the culture and expand the genre instead of just talking about money, cars, and just young topics and young issues. So he was saying like, yeah, I want to make more records and more albums, but I don't have nothing to talk about. He felt he was getting older, so there's really nothing, to speak on. And also, too, hip hop is a male-dominated style of music. It's very misogynistic. A lot of times you can say it's basically woman hating music. You know, it's always bitch this, hoe that, or, you know, I want to fuck, or this and that. So you're speaking from a youngster's perspective. Now, when you listen to, like, you know, some R&B or some country or some rock or whatever, they're making relationship songs, or they're making songs that are talking about experiences, and they're deep. They have deeper meanings than most of the hip hop records that are coming out. So it takes on a different tone. It takes on a different level. It appeals to a different genre, a different age range. So that makes a big difference. But you know, Bobby SHMURDA was right. You know, he say dealing in the hip hop industry, you know, once you get to a certain age, the record labels don't want to deal with you no more because you're getting smarter. You're starting to see what the game is, you know, what the game is and how things work and how to move, you know, move about it and move around it. And they don't want that because hip hop is so not productive, but it's so lucrative. You can make lots of money in hip hop very quickly, and it's one of the most used genres of music in the world right now because, once again, it's so easy to make, it's so easy to do, and anybody can basically relate to it because all you're doing is talking over a beat, a catchy beat. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, you know, he's right. But I said this years ago, and I was thinking, like, man, music is not growing. We got rappers that are almost 50 rapping about topics that a 19-year-old would talk about. None of it is growing or developing and moving to another level or any of that. So I just want to tap in with y'all, you know, and give my perspective on it, because I do know the perspective from being an insider, making music, making records. And I started my music career a little late. I started when I was about 25, 26. So I was making records that were kind of adult type records. I was talking about relationships. I was talking about growing, and I was talking about doing different things and different scenarios and different topics. I wasn't talking about, you know, let's go sell some dope or let's go fuck this chick or this. My music wasn't talking about that. And when I was in the industry, I felt like an outsider. I was like, I don't even fit in with, you know, these young niggas getting up here and talking about this. I feel out of place. So I feel embarrassed to even get up here and try to rap what they rapping about, because that's not what I'm living. That's not my perspective. I'm a grown man, and I'm talking about, you know, real grown man issues. So yeah, no, he's right. Hip hop definitely needs to grow more. Start changing in the genre. Stop making it so easy and accessible to get in, because you get in too young, you really don't have much to talk about. Right now it's the 50th year of hip hop, so it's still a young genre of music, but definitely got to do more progression and growing with the music and taking it to new levels. But yeah, he was definitely right. So let me know what you guys think about that. Is hip hop too much of a young genre of music? What type of changes does it need to make in order to keep going and going and going and existing, and, you know, still building like the other genres of music? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'll catch y'all on the next one. God Body Sean, and I'll talk to y'all next. Peace.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean.